UFC Fight Night Atlanta. Kamaru Usman takes on Joaquin Buckley in the main event, and I'm going to go through the full card, giving you my picks for every fight on the card, all 12, 13 of them, all 13, and why they win, and why they're going to win, and how they're going to win. And I'm really good at this. And we're going to start off with number one here, Vanessa Demopoulos versus Jamey Horth. And I'm going to go... Oh God, I really hate this fight. I wish it just never got made. I've got no idea who to pick. Vanessa Demopoulos is $5, but I just don't think it really makes sense because Jamey Horth sucks so bad. I was actually really going to pick Vanessa. And... Oh, dude. I can't take this long with the first one. I'm just going to go blindly. Jamey Horth, put $50 on Vanessa so it's a win-win. Do I believe in this one? Yeah, whatever. She wins, dude. Even though she barely got Ivana Petrovic. She barely beat her. Her stand-up looks bad. And Petrovic just got kind of, ragdolled a little bit by Juliana Miller, which looks terrible. But Jamey Horth, barely did that shit. So it really annoys me. I think Vanessa's going to be better on the feet. Going to threaten subs off when Vanessa wins. I'm going to pick Vanessa. I've just realised that I was given no reasons for Jamey Horth. She might get her down. She probably will. She's a lot bigger and stuff. And Vanessa just got taken down a lot of times, but I don't care. She's won at big odds many times before. She knows how to keep the volume up and win these type of fights. It's on short notice, like a week. I think she'll threaten subs when she hits the back. And I think she'll just be better on the feet. But Jamey's obviously a lot more physical and bigger, so she probably will be able to muscle her around, hold her against the fence, but I think Vanessa will be total striking and, whatever. The only reason I wouldn't pick Vanessa is because of the odds. Like, is a $5 underdog really going to start off the card with a win? But yeah, whatever, dude. I don't care. Vanessa wins. Decision. Moving on to Phil Rowe versus Ange Loosa, and I will pick Phil Rowe in this one. Another stinky prelim, which you could go either way on. And our first of many, many black matchups, which I really like. And I'm going to go Philip Rowe here by decision, landing better shots. I think it's a very similar fight to the Reese McGee one that he had. Obviously, he won that one, but I think Phil Rowe just might be a little bit better. He's been out for a while. Jake Matthews is pretty good. And although Ange Loosa is tough and doesn't seem to get finished, he gets wobbled by AJ Fletcher, wobbled badly by Reese McGee. Decent fight with Bonfim, but I think he matched up well with Bonfim. Manuel Lazez fucks him up. Where is that guy actually? He hasn't been here. JDM kind of took his soul. It's alright. There actually isn't spit there. Just saying. But yeah, Philip Rowe wins by decision. Being better at range, keeping it on the feet enough, and picking the better shots. God, I'm already hating this, but let's keep it going. Ricky Simone versus Cameron Smotherman. Phil Rowe by decision. And I'm actually going to go Cameron Smotherman here to win this one by decision. Ricky Simone has a blockhead, but he does get wobbled badly. And I know Serhi City just took down Cameron Smotherman a lot of time. Well, not a lot of times, but I think that's a weird one. A long, rangy guy who can mix it up with him on the feet. Ricky's just going to only box with him. He's going to be shorter, more Cameron's size. He's going to only box with him. And yeah, he might take him down for a little bit, but Cameron Smotherman works his way back up. He's got great boxing, great combos, goes to the body well, sees shit coming. And I actually really like this one, style-wise, for Cameron Smotherman. 27, and I reckon he's going to get in Ricky's face and land the better shots, get up when he does get taken down. I actually feel a little bit good about this one. I am picking Cameron Smotherman. I was going to pick Jordan to beat Ricky Simone anyways. And there's something about this one, more of a Jake Hadley match. Obviously not really. Ricky Simone's way better, but like more of a boxer that's his size, not a wiry, rangy guy that can like take the back and stuff and land good knees and a lot of kicks. Ricky's going to be boxing with him. He's going to be getting outboxed, shooting, not the best takedowns. And it's not like when Ricky gets people down, he holds them there forever. So I'm actually picking Cameron Smotherman by decision. I reckon he could actually knock out Ricky Simone, or at least wobble him. I know Ricky's coming off that big knockout and he's going to have some hype. And Cameron just got taken down, so everyone's going to be picking Ricky. And Ricky's got a blockhead, so you think, nah, he's fine. But when you look at Ricky's career, knocked out by, what the fuck, he got heel hooked. But Vinicius wobbled him badly, lost to Batista. He got hurt a lot of times by Song and knocked out. Uriah Faber knocked him out as well and hurt him with a big shot. So yeah, I'm going to go Cameron Smotherman to win this one by decision, but maybe by knockout, but hurting Ricky Simone around and just landing more and better. Alright, moving on to Jose Ochoa versus Cody Durden. Annoying fight in the flyweight division because it's just hard to pick. Like, does Cody Durden take the back here? Joshua Van's the best. I know that. So I don't hate Cody for losing, but I think this just might be a new generation type thing. I'm going to pick Jose Ochoa by decision just to maybe hurt him in a round. But I went back and watched his Lona Kavanagh fight and I really liked his reflexes and he's got a good eye for things, sees everything coming. Had all finishes before running into Lona, who's super good and technical. And that was also his debut. He's 24, fights out of shooter box. He was undefeated, so now he's lost his O. He's made his debut. He's going to look much better this time. No, he's not the best thing since sliced bread. And actually knuckle down and know that he needs to improve in the gym. Durden just a little bit too hittable, taking a little bit too much damage. I know he didn't get knocked out by JDM, but those are the type of fights like a JDM, by Joshua Van. I just love JDM. But those are the type of fights where, JDM bans or Hafez, he takes a stupid amount of damage, and then a shot that he took against Josh wobbles him now because he just can't take the same shots. Jose's got real fast, great reflexes and eyes, and hits pretty hard. I could see him hurting Durden bad, even knocking him out. Durden can get knocked out and hurt. But I could see Durden taking the back. This is a really tough one. I'm just going to go Jose Ochoa, younger, just lost his O, just made his debut. He's going to look a lot better. And Durden just not ready for the new generation. But that Charles Johnson win looks great, and this is a very similar matchup. But yeah, knocked out by Bruno Silva, which kind of looks bad now. Joshua Van just ran through him easily. But Joshua Van's the best and will easily knock out Brandon Royval. So moving on to Fight Fairy's favourite fight on the card. I know she won't be watching this one, but please, Fight Fairy, just give Malcolm a chance. I know you don't like him, but I promise you he can prove you wrong. I'm going to go Malcolm Wellmaker by first round decapitation over Kris Moutinho, who's a bad man for stepping up on short notice and taking anyone. And it's going to look sick that the guy that O'Malley couldn't put out cleanly, Wellmaker's going to absolutely murk at like the 2 minute mark, whenever. But Malcolm Wellmaker is legit, and you just can't teach reflexes, and he's also got the power to come with it. I reckon this guy's special. The Machine, well, you can't be at bantamweight and have your nickname as the Machine. You should be Malcolm the Sniper Wellmaker or Malcolm first round Wellmaker. I don't know. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, something better than the Machine. You have to change that. But yeah, I reckon he's going to win. Catch, old mate coming in. This guy is legit, and I reckon he'll be top level. I reckon he'd knock out Rob Font. I reckon he'd beat the fuck out of Ricky Simone. Probably beats any bantamweight on this card. He'd slaughter both of these two boys. Seriously, I really believe in Malcolm Wellmaker. You just can't teach what this guy has when it comes to timing and switched onness in the first round. Might as well be a fighting nerd the way this guy comes out there, because he's legit and he's got wicked power, and he's gonna lay out Moutinho badly. But just want to say, Moutinho went on a vicious run since getting knocked out by Guido Canetti. It wasn't just the O'Malley performance. He then got KO'd in the first round and wobbled badly. Didn't take a good shot as he did against the O'Malley fight. Sort of like what I was saying before. You take a beating and then you just can't take him. But a bulldog choke. He's beaten a lot of bums. Beat Johnny Campbell, who had formerly beaten him by elbows. So he's obviously improved. How old is he? He's 32, probably in his prime, on a good run against bums. But yeah, Malcolm's going to do work here and knock him out in the first round and hopefully gain Fight Fairy's respect. He'll try. Alright, moving on to Michael Chiesa versus Court McGee. Bit of a dull one, but Michael Chiesa's a name to have on the card. And I'm going to pick him by decision. I just don't think Court McGee is shit enough to get submitted. He seems like a burly vet who knows his way around the jiu-jitsu mat anyways. He just fucking instantly jumped on the back of Tim Means and choked him out like it was nothing. And Chiesa's been coming back, doing well. Couple rear nakeds. I don't see him getting the rear naked, but I don't see him getting out wrestled or outdone here by McGee, who's a little bit older, 40. God. And I reckon he'll get out-positioned, even maybe outstruck on the feet. Maybe Chiesa just does this one on the feet. He could even chin McGee. Probably not, but yeah, I reckon there's more of a chance he chins him than he submits him. All right, moving on to the headliner of the prelims and a rebooking Paul Craig versus Rodolfo Bellato. And Bellato is a little less of a fave after he contracted herpes during last fight week, and I'm going to go herpy boy himself, Rodolfo Bellato, traitor. Big fan, big fan. Really like what he does, and I reckon he's going to win. He's 29. He's got cardio for days. He's an absolute like specimen, massive guy, super strong. Only losses is to Vitor Petrino twice. He got laid out by him, and other than that, he's got a pretty shit chin, and he's very hittable. He's got great recovery, great strength and pace, and everything else that you need. But his striking's a little bit shit. But Paul Craig is absolutely done, shell of himself. You know, unless Rodolfo puts himself into a triangle, he gets this one done by KO in this first round. First round KO, Chiesa decision, Wellmaker KO, Ochoa decision, Smotherman decision, Rowe, Demopoulos decision. Moving on to the first fight on the main card, Alonzo Menifield versus Oumar Sy, and I'm going to go Oumar Sy, and I'm going to go by decision as well. I didn't like the last fight against Durden, but he's super young, and his striking looks like it will come along. But I just don't think he can ragdoll Alonzo to the ground and easily submit him. We just seen Alonzo's takedown defense look pretty good against Julius Walker, another big guy that likes to grapple and trip in the clinch and stuff. I can see Oumar spending more time on the feet than you would expect in this one and feeling it out. I actually reckon he could beat Alonzo on the feet. He's a lot faster, and Alonzo looked so done and slow in his last one, 37, taken one too many big shots on the face, I think, at this point. Julius Walker was 6-0 and took that on a week's notice and nearly won, split, landing a lot of good shots. So I reckon Oumar Sy might do this one on the feet, but I really like this guy. Big fan, undefeated, looks cool, looks jacked as well. If you see his bod, no, that doesn't show good, doesn't do him justice there. But before that, he finished everyone, except for this guy. Barcelos Galoax. But yeah, really good on the ground, really great rear naked and stuff. But I feel like Alonzo's got heavy hips and stuff. A lot of stuff. I'm going to go Oumar Sy by decision. A lot of decisions. Hopefully I'm wrong, but a crowded arena. No, I probably could be wrong. You know, Oumar could get the finish. Chiesa does sub him. Ochoa gets a sick knockout. Smotherman knocks out Ricky. Loosa and Phil Rowe go to war. Demopoulos arm bars Lynn Horth off her back. So there's a chance that this is very exciting. At the same time, Cody Brundage versus Mansur Abdul Malik. I'm going to go Mansur Abdul Malik, believe it or not. He's got ridiculously long arms, huge reach, good power. Don't think he's the best person in the world, but definitely better than Cody Brundage. Definitely better than Cody Brundage, who's shit. And I'm just going to go the 27-year-old massive black guy with ridiculous power. And obviously, Nick Sick only trains Champ, so he's got Champ written all over him, as you would know. And Cody Brundage did look good in his last one, and this is winnable. I really don't rate Mansur Abdul Malik at all. I reckon his striking's bad, and he's only fought schmucks so far, but Cody Brundage is a schmuck. So, yep, gets it done. And he quits and gets hurt by big shots and, you know, doesn't mind just shelling up and taking a loss and then getting back in there in 3 months, or bitching it out when he feels something hit the back of his head. Like, do the fucking fuck that guy. All right, moving on to the fourth fight on the card. Fourth fight up on the main card. Cody Brundage just got slapped by Mansur. We're on to the next Cody. We could do a Cody parlay. We could do a Cody parlay. 3 Codys. I know my boy Deshaun is going to get himself wet over that. Deshaun, you better be watching this, dude. I just shouted you out. Cody parlay, it's coming up. All right, I'm going to go Cody Garbrandt to beat Raoni Barcelos as well, do we? Nah, all the Codys probably lose, don't they? No, I'll still go Cody Garbrandt. I don't think it matters about the Cody thing too much. I'm going to go Cody Garbrandt to have too much explosive takedown defense to shuck off Howney. And I just reckon when Howney comes into range, Garbrandt is going to let go a little where he gets and then he lands a two to the body and goes up with 2 upstairs, and he's going to put Barcelos on notice early. I think people are overrating him from his last one. He probably takes the back, He's so going to take the back and submit him. 38. No, I'm going Garbrandt. Whatever. I don't care, dude. This isn't the best prediction video of all time, but it's a real annoying card where I think there's a chance to do really good, but there's some matchups where you're just not sold on. Like this one, 2 bum-ass girls. Like, it's annoying to have to pick these. Loosa, Phil Rowe, like they're the same guy. That's not a race thing. Smotherman, Simone, that's annoying. Ochoa, Durden, fuck off. Fuck off with that. This one's annoying, and the Petrosky Shabazian one can fuck off as well. But yeah, I'm just going to go Garbrandt. Way faster, hits harder. They've got similar chins. Raoni kind of got KO'd by a nothing blow by Oumar. Got put out badly and went to sleep. It's been a long time since Garbrandt's got put out. A long time. And I reckon he matches up well here with Barcelos, who's going to shoot a lot of takedowns. But I reckon once the first couple get stuffed by a strong, and Cody's going to see them coming too, I reckon he'll put Raoni on notice and actually chin him. Actually find a shot and chin him at some point in the first or second round. I'll lock in second. We'll move on to the featured fight. Trash featured fight. I feel like this could have absolutely been there, but I suppose he let him down. Or Ricky Simone was fighting Charles Jourdain, and that wasn't even on the main card before this, but it's like they knew that was going to fall out. But I'm actually going to go Petrosky here. And if Shabazian was an underdog, I might have picked him as well. I just reckon whoever's the underdog, you should just take in this one. It's such a 50-50 one. Shabazian either gets it done on the feet, or Petrosky implements his grappling. There's a path for both guys. Petrosky is way better on the ground. Shabazian's way better on the feet. Who gets their game off? And I'm going to take Petrosky to at least stifle Shabazian's game a little bit by putting it in his head. Shabazian knows Petrosky's going to try to take me down. But he probably knew that about Budka. But Shabazian just knocked out Budka with the fade back right hand. Petrosky absolutely ragdolled the fuck out of Budka and won every round and smushed him on the ground. So I'm going to pick him to at least get Shabazian down. And I'm actually going to pick him by 3rd round arm triangle for Andre Petrosky. Gets a submission late in the 3rd round via arm triangle. I just said it, but yep. And just gassing out old mate, single leg, get him down. Shabazian works back up, get him down again. But I could see Edmund obviously knocking out Petrosky as well. This is a hard one. Really hard one. If Shabazian was +2, plus $1.65, he'd be a great dog. Petrosky's a great dog at this odds as well. So yeah, I'm going to go Petrosky. Getting it done. And co-main event time, Rose Namajunas versus Miranda Maverick. Gonna go Rose, 3-rounder. I reckon she's taller and rangier, a lot faster and better on the feet. But I feel like this is Bilal, Leon, Brady, Leon. Like, we've just watched Blanchfield set the tone, show us how it's done. You muscle around, you can get her down in moments. Now Maverick is like Sean Brady coming to do the same thing. A little bit, if you get what I'm saying, but this one's a 3-rounder. Rose did win the first 1 or 2 rounds against Erin. I don't think Miranda can push and has that dog toughness or even the striking that Erin has. Maybe even the physicality. I just seen them face off and Rose is a lot bigger. But Miranda will be a bit stronger. But 3 rounds, I think it's harder to get it done. Rose is going to veteran her, land more and better, and get the decision win, unanimous. I just don't think Miranda is as good as Blanchfield, but I didn't think Brady was as good as Bellato. I got that one wrong. So I'm worried about this one, but I'm going to go Rose. But Miranda's great odds. Like, there's obviously a path for her here. So yeah, I've got a bad feeling about that one. And Kunith is a lad for picking her. Good balls on him. He's always got the balls to take the hardies, but no. I'm going Rose. Decision. And moving on to the main event of the evening, Kamaru Usman versus Joaquin Buckley. And I'm going to go the old bull. I'm going to take Usman here by decision. I like him. I like him to win this one. I can't fight the feeling that I've got. I think this is definitely, by a landslide, the best person Buckley's fought on this welterweight run. When I look at his welterweight run, it doesn't blow me away. I think it stinks like shit. Andre Fialho sucks and was chinnable. Morono, that was an iffy, weird fight, but Morono can give people problems. Vicente was making Buckley miss a whole ton before he decided to pull him on top of himself. Ruzaboyev sucks. Dustin just did pretty good against him. And Dustin Stoltzfus, he would all say, is shit as well. Wonderboy was whooping him a little bit before he caught him with a great shot. A bit of a lucky punch, I do think. But it happened. Good on him. And then Colby is just a white, weak, no danger factor, terrible matchup. It's a terrible matchup for Colby. A big, strong, black guy like that who's going to stuff your takedowns and be super physical. What's he going to do? But now you're running into Usman. Great cardio. Has the power to match it as well. Great jab. His last couple, I think... he's still got that dog in him. Hamzat, short notice, up at middleweight. This is full camp down at welterweight. Trevor Whitman staring at Buckley's tape for 8 weeks, putting in a game plan for Usman to follow. I reckon he's going to get that jab going. Buckley's lost 6 times, it says. I think 5 of those or 4 of them are knockouts. Most of them are pretty bad too. Yep, 4 of the 6 losses are knockouts. He gets put out badly. Kevin puts him out, gets head kick and finished here. Chris Curtis lays him out. And I think Buckley's going to be throwing a lot more. I think it's a very similar fight to the Chris Curtis one where he's going to be voluming him up, but Usman's going to be keeping him honest, countering him well, actually good head movement and a good counter game. I think it's obvious to see what Buckley's throwing. He loads up. Usman got KO'd once by a shot he didn't see coming, a perfect head kick. Buckley loads up from his fucking hips with big overhands. And I just think Usman's seen that all before, and I reckon he's going to take him to school and show him what's good. Show the young buck that, hey, you're not quite ready for the top dog in Kamaru Usman. He's going to keep him honest. I could see him knocking him out, but I reckon he'll at least get the decision. I could see him knocking him out. Like I said, when Buckley loses, he tends to get chinned. Curtis flatline KO'd him. DeChirico flatline. Holding these aren't just TKOs from exhaustion. These aren't Colby Covington, Usman 1 TKOs. These are bad, get removed from consciousness. Even though he does seem to have a good chin, Nasruddin front kicked him right in the face and he didn't bat an eye, but a clean shot that lands on his chin hurts him. I don't see Usman getting knocked out at all. Buckley does seem to warm into fights. His round 3 is always his best. But yeah, I'm going Kamaru. Everyone says about his knees, and yeah, he's just going to kick him in the leg and then he can't walk. When the fuck has that ever happened in Usman's career? Once someone just stomps on his knees and there goes no knees. Usman not walking again. His movement seems fine. Leon chewed up his legs, didn't seem to affect him. That was coming off a brutal KO. He was dominating Leon before that, and then I thought he won. I thought he should have at least got a draw, round 2 and 3. And maybe Buckley does have better stand-up than Hamzat, but I don't know. I can't fight the feeling of picking Usman. Also, I've got a small channel, so who cares? The backlash if I get Buckley wrong. A few of you will call me retarded, and then the week will go on, and we'll forget. If I pick Usman and I get it right, and this isn't why I'm saying I'm doing it, but, it's a part of a reason. challenge you to a fantasy MMA game. Fuck off, Michael Vesey. But yeah. And if I get the Usman pick right, I'm a genius. Which I know is a bit unfair, because like Guru's not going to pick Usman just on the fingers crossed that he's right. But that's not why I'm doing it. I do think Usman can get this done. I really do. It's such a hard fight for me to wrap my head around. And I'm not a Buckley fan. I picked Wonderboy to beat him, Luke to beat him. I don't think he's good. And I think these welterweights, top ones, are going to handle him pretty good. And yeah, that's it. That's the card. Not the best video, or not the loudest either. Oh shit. But that's okay. That's okay. Not even going to recap it for you. Actually, I will. Vanessa wins a decision. Phil Rowe decision. Smotherman gets it done. I'm actually confident in Smotherman. I'm not that confident in Rowe and Demopoulos, of course. Ochoa, not really that confident. Wellmaker 100% gets it done. Chiesa 100%. Bellato 100. Oumar 90%. Mansur 80. Cody Garbrandt 50-50. Petrosky 60-40. Rose 60-40. Usman 70-30. Usman gets it done in your face, either by a third round knockout or a fifth round decision. Rose decision, Petrosky third round arm triangle, Cody Garbrandt KO in the second round, Mansur first round, Oumar decision, Bellato KO in the first, Chiesa decision, Wellmaker brutal flatline KO with his fist in the first, Jose Ochoa drops Durden badly, gets a decision, Smotherman lays out Ricky Simone in the second round with a vicious shot in his chin. Rowe, Demopoulos, see you guys later. Wow, I'll let it go to 27 minutes.